What's up? Welcome back to the show. My name is George, and today we're talking about time here on the Model Railroad Show. Have you ever just looked at your layout and thought, man, I just don't have enough time to go work on it? Maybe you've been waiting for a free weekend. Maybe you've been hoping things would slow down at work. Or maybe you've just convinced yourself that unless you have 3 or 4 uninterrupted hours, it's not even worth going downstairs to the train room. We've all been there. But what if I told you one of the biggest secrets of model railroading isn't finding more time, it's making the most of the time you have? So people ask, sometimes, where do video ideas come from? And let me tell you where this one came from very specifically. One of the guys we operate with, I was on the phone with him this week, Joe, and Joe said something like in passing conversation that just stuck with me. And I was like, oh man, it's so right. And that is every 15 minutes on a railroad is progress. And it's so true. If you can find 15 minutes in your day to come down and do a simple task on the railroad, you're going to get more stuff done. Because so often we tell ourselves, I'm going to work on it this weekend. And then the weekend fills up and things happen. House stuff happens, in the lawn. Things get busy with family, yard work, all that stuff, especially. That's why things slow down so much during the summer. And by the time you realize it, then like 2 weeks have gone by and you haven't worked on your model railroad. So you say 15 minutes enough? 15 minutes is enough. 15 minutes is maybe you ballast, 2 feet of track. Maybe you lay down a little patch of static grass. Maybe you just come down and clean up the layout and you get around it and get some inspiration. Maybe it's you weather a car or you install 1 or 2 feeders. Maybe it's you fill out some car cards and some waybills. There are so many things that can be done in just that 15 minutes. I think you'll be impressed with yourself at the end of a month. So, and here's the thing. So often, we say, one turnout at a time. The reality of it is model railroads aren't built in one big leap. They are built one turnout, one car, one building, one layer of scenery at a time. And a lot of people, it's lost on the fact that when you look at the railroad back here, and I've been working on this on and off since 2020, right? And then you look at some of these other railroads that you see in magazines and they look so perfect. And keep in mind, when you're seeing YouTube and you're seeing magazines, you are seeing them at their best point, right? And people are 20 or 25 years into their layouts. It's it's a long time and it takes time. But the point is not finding that big chunk of time to do it. The point is doing it with some consistency. And 15 minutes gives you that consistency. And let me tell you, you have 15 minutes in your day. Everybody scrolls, we sit down, we decompress. Maybe you just have to schedule that time. Maybe it's after the kids go to bed. Maybe your time is early in the morning. I know lots of YouTubers that get up and they do their editing and stuff 5:30 in the morning. It's just like what they do. So maybe there's a time a day for you that works better than other times of days, and you just have to schedule that 15 minutes. I'll say this, momentum beats motivation all day long. And how do you're like, George, does that make sense? It does, because you can be as motivated as you want and fall into this trap of, I don't have the time. I don't have any, I can't get down there. If I'm going to do something, I need a lot of time to go do it. And for some things like building kits, maybe that's true, but there's a lot of little things you can do on your railroad. Maybe if it's just even cleaning some track, vacuuming the layout that you can do that does not take that long. And then sometimes you'll schedule that 15 minutes and you'll look up and you'll be like, man, a whole hour's gone by. So that is momentum. That is consistency. So again, momentum beats motivation. So yeah, talk the talk. Do I walk the walk? Consistently, no. But when Joe said that, it struck me. And there's a couple of things that, so before I do a video, I've got to see if it's true. So I'm going to show you probably since Wednesday. Today is since last Wednesday, actually, almost a week ago, like 6 or 7 days. Yeah, since last Wednesday, I have come down during the week, not on my weekends, but during the week, and I've put in 15 minutes. And 15 minutes a lot of times did turn into a lot longer. So I'm going to show you some of the projects that I did in my 15 minutes here on the layout. All right, here we are. First project I did. You've seen a bunch of videos with this tunnel with just nothing above it. And I came down here. I was tired of looking at it, so I said, let me glue some clump foliage down. And I did this in actually 2 little sessions. And I'm not done, but it's impactful and it's a decent piece of scenery. It's looking pretty good. It's age-old clump foliage. All right. The other thing I did is I have this project up here, this road, and yes, this is a Z-scale Craftsman kit. Very cool, very cool. Built that years and years ago. Don't mind the tree and the plastic, that's not staying. But I ballasted, and it's going to live up on this hill, a little forced perspective here. But it is going to live in this hill, so I created a little dirt lot, which isn't too defined yet, but it's going to get there. And I started to, put some shoulders on this road. This road gets really skinny because it's just going to disappear into the trees back here. And you can see I have some glue that leaked on them. I smooth it. So future video coming where I will show you how I fix that mess. And so that was another one. Came down, just laid out this ground cover up here, and put together this lot. Again, this was all bare paint. So a couple of things going on there. By the way, man, let's not sweat the Teller and Sons wood Z-scale Craftsman kit. Love this one. All right, another thing I did, you guys have seen this corner. I still have my Static Tech glue there. You've seen this corner. I did a little video on this corner about the basic ground cover. Well, I came back here and I have a little mixture of 2 and 4 millimeter static grass. Again, just the first layer. This stuff is, believe me, not going to stay this color. And I got some static grass all along the siding here. Well, along not the siding, but this whole curve. And again, this did not take me long. When I lay this static grass, I use this static tack because I've just been liking it. And you know me, I'm a big believer in the ecosystem and the products that are sold. So probably cheaper ways to do this, but it's working well for me right now. And then I just come down here and I finger paint some random shapes with glue. And make it random. Mother Nature's random. And then shake this grass and just vacuum up. So pretty neat. And some of y'all seen this nice unit here. And the third project I got done is I extended the tree line down on this ridge, probably from about this tree here down is all new. So yeah, I extended the tree line down there a little bit, and a few trees at a time, one tree at a time, as I say. So a couple of impactful things I got done during my 15-minute windows. So yeah, as you can see, those little sessions have added up. I have a lot more scenery than I probably would have done in a week, done on the railroad. And again, I am motivated a little bit differently. I want to get this basic scenery on this section of the layout, and then I'm going to start the expansion. And I'm also getting into some 3D printing here a little bit because there's a few buildings that I'm going to give a run at 3D printing. I'm new to it. I have a secondhand 3D printer. I'm working on it. So more to come there. And listen, to put it in perspective, again, a few minutes. How many of those sessions actually were 15 minutes? Legitimately, the scenery on the top of the hill back there where the Teller and Sons kit is, and the foliage above the tunnel, they were pretty short sessions. And actually, I started the foliage above the tunnel when Stacy was upstairs getting ready, and we were getting ready to go out. So I did have limited time, and I still definitely got something done. You do 15 minutes over the course of a week, over the course of a month, over the course of 6 months. That time adds up, time working on the railroad, and you're getting stuff done. And the other thing is, protect your hobby, protect your habit. It's you're always like, oh, I'm going to go down there when everything else is done. Well, guess what, man? Everything else is never going to be done. There's always going to be stuff to do, always going to be other stuff to do. And there are responsibilities that you're going to have to, that you're going to have that are going to come first. But at the same time, schedule a few minutes, schedule that 15 minutes, for yourself. Come down, work on your model railroad, even if it's just a little bit. All right. So yeah, if the 15-minute rule is something you think you can apply, to your modeling and your model railroad, let me know. Hit me up in the comments down below. Other than that, thanks for watching. Do the YouTube things. Give me the thumbs up, thumb over here. Ring the bell, hit the subscribe button, and like I said, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.